Hi everyone, it's Paperworm. Today we are back with another Journal With Me video, which I haven't done in a long time, but some people of the paper army told me that they wanted to see one again, so yeah. I hope this view is good enough. I try to hopefully get the autofocus to stop. I always have problems with this camera, especially since the phone got so many new updates, which made everything look different, and I don't even know anymore how it works. So this is my huge A4 size journal, and I must be honest, I am in some kind of journaling slump right now, so I really need maybe this video. Yeah. The pages are just so huge, and they are, I wouldn't say intimidate me, but sometimes I feel like I don't have enough to say on that particular day, right? So I need to be careful to be in frame. Okay. I know sometimes I'm being out of frame in some other videos, but I'm not doing this on purpose. I don't see my camera anymore as soon as I sit down. And I'm not standing up all the time to check on it, so... So we kind of... what theme I want to go with was black, for those two pages at least, because I had something pink on those pages. And yeah, I feel like there must be another 2 black pages, because, you know, not saying because I'm not goth if you know, there's not enough black. More like I just feel like there needs to be a balance between my journal spreads somehow, if that makes any sense. If I have too many colorful things in a row, then I just don't like it. I don't feel it. So I like this, and I don't know if you can read this. This was about a creepypasta about a ghost who slips through all the cracks. And if you really don't want any ghosts to come into your house, you need to seal every single crack on your doors and windows. So I wanted to watch a Japanese horror movie regarding this, but I couldn't find it. It was, I think, Ghost Tales of Japan or whatever, I don't know anymore. And I really wanted to find this particular episode, but I couldn't find it. I could only find raw versions without subtitles, or not at all, which is really sad. I love Japanese horror movies. Yeah. A lot of you were wondering about the butterflies that I have sometimes in my journals, which some people think is like a key, like a signature thing for me to do, but it's not really. I don't do this always. It's just I'm sometimes in the mood, and sometimes I'm not. Those are just printouts from Pinterest. I just cut them out and glue them in. Those are not stickers. And I just, well, I make them into different colors on my computer, so, and print them out in whatever color I need them. I need to drink a sip of coffee because I just woke up, you know, like, I don't know, an hour ago. This is my first coffee. So I kind of went with the habit of morning pages, and I think it works when you are preparing the pages in the evening, the day before, and then when you wake up, you don't have to decorate first, and you don't have to think about how you want to decorate. You just take the pen and start writing, right? Because this is very often obstructing me from writing, you know. For example, I really have something on my mind and I need to write it down, but then I see those empty huge pages and I'm like, fuck, I have to decorate them first. And then by the time I finally decorated them, the urge to write about that certain topic is not that strong anymore, or maybe it even disappeared completely. And then, yeah, you know what I mean, right? That's not good. So for me, I figured out decorating the day before is best, even though I don't know what I'm gonna write about tomorrow. Maybe the decoration doesn't have anything to do with what I'm writing about tomorrow. That can happen, of course, you know, but who cares, honestly? I mean, it's not like anyone spies in your journal and is like, oh my god, your topic doesn't match your decoration, right? Like, it doesn't happen. So I mean, one time it happened actually to me, that one of my friends said to me, your decoration is too cute for your dog writing or something. So she actually caught a glimpse of what I was writing about. Yeah. But that is not happening on a regular basis. So under normal circumstances, no one gives a crap. So yeah, so I was watching some journaling videos from the second generation of journal tubers. You know, the new ones, the small ones, the young ones. Yeah. So I noticed that there are some journal YouTubers popping up, but they are not part of our journaling community. They kind of seem to have a different journal community with other people, which belong to the same generation, which is confusing. But I don't know, it seems like they are a little bit separated from us, like the old bees, like the ones that started with Cassandra May, you know. So it is interesting. I do watch their videos sometimes. I do not always comment on their videos, but I'm watching you, you know, like a creep. I do actually sometimes watch people's videos without commenting. Like Mason was doing a stream last time about drawing artsy or something in the sketchbook, and I just crept in and I just watched without saying anything. I don't know why. Sometimes I'm not in the mood to talk. I just watch. Some people said I'm sipping my coffee too loud. I'm really sorry, person who was offended by my coffee sipping. I don't do this, like, you know, I just live. I'm just a human and I just live. I don't think about those things. I don't think about, I don't know, my noises, the noises that I make, or, you know. You know, like when people like point out that your eating is too loud and you're like, dude, I just live. I don't know how to eat more quietly. It's kind of mean, you know what I mean? Sorry for living. Okay, so we have ghosts and devils here. So the butterflies maybe do not match, except if I give it some kind of gothic vibes here, yeah, right? So what could I do? This cathedral looks nice, but how about I mean, I should actually cut out some beds instead of butterflies. That would match a lot better. Or maybe a Grim Reaper. But the butterflies will not match anyway. Maybe we just leave them out for the next spread. I have a ton of those, and I have even another package of those stickers. I bought them on Amazon. You know, like 50 goth stickers, or 100 pieces. I mean, I know that those designs are stolen from, like, you know, goth brands like Killstar and stuff like that, and probably people that are selling stickers on Etsy. But I don't know exactly where they come from, so I cannot really well, feel too guilty, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know where they are being stolen from, and if they are even stolen, or if they have some kind of license. I cannot control this. I assume they don't have any type of license, but well, I don't think it's illegal for me to buy them, so okay, we need some black washi tape. There's also the possibility to use black paper, like ripping paper and putting it like this, because sometimes I'm running out of black washi, so I started to use black paper to kind of replace the washi. I also have this, which is like a paper streamer for a party, you know, for a goth party. So I very often put glue on it and use this instead of washi, which I did here. So this is how I save on washi, because sometimes, even though I'm an adult who can afford washi tape, there are some months where I cannot, where I have to buy other things, and I cannot just spend God knows how much on washi tape. So I guess I'm an adult who cannot always afford. So I try to come up with different solutions. Sometimes I use watercolor. Or lately I was also into stamps, like the stamping ink. I know there are some distress inks, but again, they cost 10 bucks a piece, so I never bought any. But I just used you know, like from those cheap sets when there is like a sponge. I kind of use this sometimes as like to make the border dark, because we have to come up with something. I feel like a lot of products are really expensive, but when you have sponges and you have inks, then you maybe can do this on your own, right? Like without spending the money. I'm all about saving money, I guess. For God's sake, you know, I wanted to like rip it completely, but no, of course not. I have no talent. People always see my drawings and kind of think, I don't know, I'm really talented as a person, as an artist or whatever. I'm not at all. Most of the time I don't even know what I'm doing. This is the fun part, yeah, the funny part. So, well, I don't really know about that. How about we do something in the background? In the background of these, I have this Chinese newspaper. They have some interesting articles I cannot read, but they have English headlines. So I found this on the train, and I was like, hey, I can use this as background. So I take it. Why not? I don't understand anything. But I like that the symbols are like, everything looks so square. Is this the right word? You know what I mean. I really enjoy how they look like. Their symbols are so different from ours. Maybe like this. this is a little bit too much. Yeah, I think we can use this. And then we go from there and see what else we can do. So I always glue my things, you noticed this before, on paper, because I want to make sure that all edges are glued. I hate to just glue here in the middle and then the corners are still loose. I cannot stand this. I always use a paper underneath and make sure to go along every single, like all the edges. Because I saw some people gluing it like very simply and easily, but their stuff is not sticking properly. It just bugs me so much. I would not be able to live like that. And I don't even have OCD. I'm not even a perfectionism. I'm a total punk, but still, this is the one thing that I think I could not live with. So maybe we can call this like a journal pet peeve. Like, what are the things that you see other people doing that you don't like and you cannot imagine doing? Maybe exactly this. Maybe the way I glue my things is weird to you and you're like, how much paper are you wasting, like underneath everything you glue here? Let me tell you, I waste a lot, but I'm not using new paper. I'm using paper that is like, has prints on the back, or is for some reason, oh, that's not the best example, but this just came out of my printer for no reason and I just grabbed it for this purpose. But I reuse a lot of the paper that when I cut something out and there's some leftover, and I use it for, you know, sticking my oh wait, butterflies. Maybe actually the butterflies could fit now before we put in any. Oh, look at this, look at this. This gives it a complete different vibe, right? But then we cannot use those images anymore. It doesn't matter, we don't have to use those images. Look, this looks good, but I feel like something dark is missing here. Let's see, now that we have, look, I have this really nice washi tape with skulls. Oh, lately all of my washi tape are like sticking and ripping. I hate this so much. A lot, even expensive ones. Would this look good? No, I don't think so. The butterflies have too many white spots. This is overloaded. I need something a little bit darker. But not solid black. But this would give it a little bit of like sophisticated vibes, maybe. Yeah, oh my god. Oh my god. This is, every single washi tape is ripping on me. And I don't know why. Sometimes I know, yeah, some tapes are old when they get old and the paper gets brittle and everything. I had to throw away some older washi tapes. And some of them are cheap and they are not cut properly. So this is also a reason why they rip a lot. But there are cases where I cannot explain it other than it wants to piss me off, you know. yeah, so I'm not sure how long I can make this video if I have to stop after this journal spread. Because, as you know, I tried to explain before, my new phone is not making low quality videos anymore. My new phone only makes HD videos, and they're really big in size, and they take forever to upload. And sometimes the YouTube upload jumps back from like 80 to 30%, and then I have to wait all over again for this whole time. I don't understand. Could be due to my shitty internet. So I have to upload overnight when I go sleeping, and sometimes I sleep 10 hours and wake up and it's still not uploaded. So yeah, it's not too easy to produce videos anymore for me. And I gave away my old phone, so I cannot use that anymore. How do you like this? Do you think we need some more black here and here? I do like always to have those mirrored pages. Like, not every side has to be the same. So yeah, I wasn't sure about making journal with me videos anymore, because like I said, I felt like I talk too much about my opinions, and even though we are all free to have an opinion, there are some people who like to be pissed off at others for having an opinion, and I got some backlash about what I thought at that time about, you know, the COVID stuff and vaccines and whatnot. So I always have to remember you that I'm just talking about my experience in my country, in my part of the country. Not like Germany has a lot of their own parts similar to the states in America. You know, like, and every part of Germany is acting differently. They have different measurements, different rules, different stuff going on, different lockdowns. I can only talk from my surroundings. But some people think if I have an opinion about something, then I mean like I'm thinking my opinion is about the whole world or whatever. Which is not. Am I still recording? Yes, okay. So while I'm usually like a punk and I'm thinking a lot like, I don't fucking care what other people think, when it comes to my journaling videos, this is my place, you know. My YouTube channel and my Instagram is my sanctuary, and I don't like when people come in and start to cyberbully me or like telling me things like I'm dangerous just because I don't want to get a vaccine or whatever, you know, shit like that. And I don't want to have well, I'm not afraid of criticism, but I'm afraid of people just going overboard, because they do go overboard all the time. You know, they become assholes, basically. So I don't even know why it would affect a person in Canada, why, if I don't get a vaccine or not. But, you know, some people have to explode on me for no reason. Just to make this clear, if we had a good vaccine, I maybe wouldn't mind, but we have AstraZeneca, which is killing people left and right. So I don't want to take this, and I don't want to be forced to take it. That's the whole point. If we had like something better, like I don't know, Pfizer or whatever they are called, that would be a different thing. But our government is basically forcing something on us that makes us sick and kills us. So how am I supposed to just sit there and say nothing and be like, oh yeah, great, I take it, you know? I cannot. So, but you don't know all of my backgrounds and why I think this way and what is going on here. So, because the media is not telling you what is going on. The same that your media is not telling us what's going on, let's say in America, you know? I just get snippets of from people that I know, but I don't know the whole story, right? And the same way you don't know the whole story in my country. Our government does everything to make sure that we have the most shittiest life you can imagine. This is what they're doing. It's basically a war between the government and the people. The people who want to live and the government who wants to kill us, basically. I don't know about this. I mean, I wanted to do like a spring kind of thing, but I bought those tulips and they died on me after like 3 days because I have literally a black thumb when it comes to plants. I don't understand. Because I have those healing hands. Like, my medium told me that I can even revive plants with my energy, but I'm always so negative with my depression that every plant I get into my space just wilts away. No matter if I give it water or not, it just wilts. I don't know. They were so beautiful, but they died quick. I bought them for Ostara, but by the time Ostara came, they were already, like, one of the 3 buds did already die, you know. So it's sad. It's sad, you know. So I have this, but this is too colorful, but it has purple. We can maybe do something with the purple. I know I have some purple flower tape or something in that direction, which has some black, which is this one. So maybe we can make it a little bit dark with this tape. So yeah, you can of course tell me if you want more journaling with me videos, even though it's just decorating and talking, because it takes a while for me to make up my mind. And the process, normally I don't do this like just, I normally watch a movie while doing it or watch other journal videos, you know. I'm not sitting here all day and in quiet and meditate about how I want to decorate my page. I just do it without thinking much. And yeah, anyway, did you notice that, you know, washi tape can become yellow just like any other paper, especially when you leave this open in the open and not in a closed sealed box? A lot of my washi tape turned yellow. And I mean, of course, I'm a smoker too, and I smoke here on my desk, but I have my washi tape in a drawer, yet there are still some of them are turning yellow. So I think it would be better to store them in a closed box. Just saying, for, you know, anyone else out there who is maybe a smoker, or you know, the store where I bought a lot of there was an Etsy store that had really good prices on washi tape. They sometimes had sales where one washi roll, even beautiful ones, were like 60 cents. But they kept it open. They kept it on an open shelf, all of the rolls, you know, like stacked on top of each other. It looked nice in the pictures, of course, but they all turned yellow after a while. And then when they sold them to me on sale, they came here and they were already yellow. You know what I mean? So I didn't like that much, even if I've only paid a little bit of money. like this is one of the tapes. You can clearly see compared to this paper how yellow it is. This is already how it came to my house, you know. So because they were putting it on a shelf. I think if you want your tape to last the longest, a closed plastic box would be the best, where no air can come in and no dust and nothing. This is like something I learned over time. I didn't care earlier in my life about stuff like that. I want to have more black. Yeah, so I'm really surprised sometimes how other parts of the world are handling the current situation. You know, I always watch a lot of Asian walking videos where people walk with a camera through the cities. And when I see that every store is open and people can live their normal way, I'm just always so surprised. We have been in lockdown for a whole year, and our stores have been closed for a long time, before Christmas, and they're still closed. And if I want to go to TK Maxx or TJ Maxx for, I don't know, looking for coffee or a journal, I have to make an appointment. Yeah, I have to make an appointment to go there. And almost all stores are like this now. If it was just waiting in line to go into the store, that would be one thing. But no, you have to make appointments now. This is like something I just don't want to... I don't want to accept, and I don't want to support. Because 100 people can squeeze into the supermarket to buy like veggies and bread, and they are not taking distance from you. They are squeezing right beside you, you know, to make it quick. They don't give a fuck. But apparently that's okay. Like, no problem. Like, you can go to the supermarket without an appointment. But as soon as you want to buy a pair of pants or a bra, you need an appointment. You know? It doesn't make any sense. I mean, if it was all stores or no store, you know what I mean? It would be one thing. But just having some stores having those rules and others don't makes no sense in my eyes. Like, our buses are always full. Buses and trains are people squeezing each other like sardines in those buses. And then they step out and, you know what I mean? They have to take distance and wait 2 hours in line to enter a clothing store. It makes no fucking sense. I hope you get what I want to say here, you know? This is not completely straight. Doesn't matter. Yeah, so I don't know. You can just leave some comments about how your life feels like, or about journaling. If you maybe want to make a journal with me video, and if you want to see more writing than decorating from me, you can basically write in the comments whatever you want, really. I don't really mind. Whatever your opinion is on whatever matter I talked about, leave it. I mean, I'm not one of those people who is like exploding over other people's opinions. I let every person live, you know, which is common courtesy, like what every person should do. But you know how people are outside in the world, especially when they are anonymous. You know, they make like a second YouTube channel really quick. It's just a matter of a few seconds. And then they use it to bash you, you know. And then with their normal account, they come to your video and be like all friendly. Yeah, I don't trust some people. I have trust issues because there are so many assholes. I actually catched someone last time doing exactly that. Being all friendly in my normal comment section and then coming with a different account and being shitty to me. Because that person did this to other people too. And this is how she was caught. Yeah. I don't understand why people have to do this. I mean, I do have other accounts too that you guys do not know about. But they are for different purposes, you know, different communities. They're not for just bashing on someone. What could I do? Sit on the flower? Yeah. How about this? It's cute. Yeah, guys, I don't know what to talk about anymore. My therapist actually couldn't meet me this week. He said he was in contact with someone who was tested positive. So he has to isolate as well. Which is funny because, you know, the tests are so often telling you positive even if you're not. So the person was maybe not even positive. But our stupid rules. Whatever. Those times are just crazy, and I really wish they would go over soon. But the government doesn't want it to end, yeah? So they will drag this out as long as possible and push as many waves as they can and destroy as much as possible. So we can probably not hope for a quick end. I really like those pages. They give at least something, yeah, you know, like positive, I guess. Which, I mean, I wouldn't say this is negative. It's not. I mean, it maybe become negative if I put any quote on here. I really love this quote. You can read it if you want to. Pause and read. But this is a lot of... It really speaks to me. It really speaks to me. So it would also look good in the middle of here. Because I actually wanted to write about the topic of suicide. Which I write a lot about it. But not because I want to die. But I mean, I want to die. I just mean I don't actively act. Yeah, that's good, okay. But I think a lot about it. So I was told if I kill myself that the mission that I had with my soul on this planet, I have to repeat it, which means I will be reborn in a similar setting, probably again with abuse and poverty, to go through all of this shit again in order to eventually complete this mission, right? So basically it means that a suicide would not even save me. I mean, I guess I cannot remember it in my next life. The question is just, do I want to do this to myself or not? And then there's the question, like, what is even exactly considered suicide? Imagine I go swim in the ocean. I know eventually I could drown, but I just run out of steam in the middle. Is it, if I just let loose and let go, then is this suicide? Or if I try to get back on shore but still drown, is this not considered suicide? Even though I know beforehand that I would probably drown if I swim in the ocean. You know? Is intention what makes it a suicide or not? Yeah, that's the big question. I think about a lot of stuff, you know. Basically every single thing interests me. It doesn't really matter what it is. I think about everything, and in my brain I can elaborate for like hours and hours on one topic, but I have problems lately to write it down, even though I gave myself this big journal to have more space for writing. Yet I'm not doing it. Why? Because not only am I lazy, but I have no motivation. I'm tired, you know? I'm just tired all the time. I see this page and I think, oh my god, I have to fill this now. And I don't want to. Yeah, that's kind of how I feel, pretty much. So even though I gave the whole purpose was to give myself more space so I can write more. But in the end, I'm not doing it because I'm in some kind of a slump. That's a problem. I don't even know how to fill this beast, you know. I still have a few pages before I can make a flip through. 16 pages. And I feel like I don't even know how to fill those pages. Yeah. Anyway, I think that's the end of the video. Or maybe should we write a little bit? So you also see some writing. Let's do that. This is my stamp. Today is the 29th. See, yesterday I only wrote one thingy. See, this is also a problem. I have no space. Basically, the space that this journal takes is already the whole space I have. But if I turn it in order to write on it, I have to lean this side against my chest, which this corner stabs my breast. You know, it's not too comfortable to write like this. But I have no choice. Big journals are not really my go-to. There's a reason why I didn't have a large journal for a long time. And after this, I will probably not have one for a long time. I will go back to A5. Definitely. Oops, oopsie, oopsie, I didn't want to do that. In case you're wondering what inks I'm using, I'm gonna show you. I have this octopus inks. One is burgundy and one is pastel cherry blossom, but this one is too bright. It is so pastel that you cannot really see it on the paper. At least not on this paper. There's probably different papers where this ink would come out a bit better. But I'm mixing this with Rohrer and Klingner ink. Old Bordeaux is the ink color. So I'm mixing my own shade of ink with all of those. I sometimes put in some gray too. Yeah. Next month I want to buy like a purple, like a cooler shade of purple, more like a not a purple, a violet, right? Like maybe like this. Just a little bit more muted. I really want one. And I'm also eyeballing a black blue because I hate blue ink, as you know.